One of my highlights at Grace's student ministry has got to be the time that Matthew Anthony, Jonathan Hidalgo, and I were on a team for the Amazing Race. And one of the challenges was to eat a pile of cookies about this big. But Matthew is gluten intolerant, so Jonathan and I had to eat all of them, and then Jonathan threw up later. That was pretty awesome.
A highlight I've had from Grace would probably be the Pine Cove work weekend, because I just got really close to the leaders and the students there, and it showed me how service can impact people even close to Dallas, and kind of really gave me a heart for serving other people.
One of my highlights in Grace Student Ministry is the experience of going to Guatemala.
One of my highlights was when me, Caleb Remington, and Reed Rice won the Amazing Race. Because we also won it along whom our brothers won. You know, just leave the first part. That was a real sentence.
The student ministry here has influenced me by teaching me what it means to have a real relationship with God, instead of just believing in Him or believing what your parents tell you, but really connecting with Him on a personal level, like He's a friend.
In junior high, the student ministry really influenced my life with Nate's Orange sermon. I believe it was one of his very first ones, and that actually jump-started my whole Christian faith.
Grace Student Ministry has shown me that there's not just a stereotype to being a Christian. You can be any sort of person, whether you're just a youth minister or a really poor family in Guatemala. Your faith can be just as strong no matter where you are.
One of the things that I'm going to miss most about the student ministry is playing in the worship band. I've been playing bass since 7th grade, and it's been a real worthwhile experience. Playing with different people leading it, like Lucas, Nate, Ryan, and Rob right now, Jesse and Chuck also. I'm going to miss them.
What I'm going to miss most about Grace is probably the fellowship I've gained with the students and the leaders here, guys like Dan, Craig, Chad, and Lucas, and Nate, all teaching me, like I said, that it's not just one kind of person that's a Christian, but that it can be anyone, and that you can really be who you want to be and still have a strong faith in God.
For all the underclassmen, I would say definitely stick with Grace. It's a great place to be. Just cherish it while you're here, because I wish that maybe I had been more involved earlier so that I could have benefited from what I have sooner.
To the underclassmen, I'd say that you need to stay strong to yourself, but above all, be strong to God. Don't worry about what other people think of what you're doing, as long as you know that God is at the center of it.
What I would say to the underclassmen is that even though sometimes it's hard to get to church and stuff, it's always a good thing to get there, to come to church and stuff. You learn a lot about the Bible and the teachings that Nate and Lucas and all the youth leaders have taught you, and it's just a good thing to show up.
Underclassmen, do not stop coming to church. You're going to want to, and you're going to say stupid excuses like, oh, I have homework, or oh, I have sports practices that go forever and I'm tired. Well, too bad that Jesus wasn't tired to die for our sins.